Welcome back to our live show. You know, several times a year, the Riverside Center for the Performing Arts presents musicals on their Fredericksburg stage. The latest takes us back to the 1850s with the classic Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. Producing artistic director Patrick Ahern is here today, along with Wynn Delano, who plays Adam, the male lead in the show. Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Good morning.
You got the guys this morning.
I do have the guys this morning. Where are the seven brothers? That's what I wanted. I was expecting seven.
We couldn't wake them up.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Now, this is an interesting show because we're going back to the 1850s. So when we walk through the door, we have to remember this is 1850.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
And you've got men and women, and the relationships between the genders were a little bit different back then.
They were kind of forced, so to speak. Yeah, but we do it all in good fun, you know. And of course, the show is based on the film way back in the 50s.
Jane Powell, Howard Keel. Yeah.
And it's funny because so many people, my audiences, I always listen to my audiences at Riverside, and so many people ask for Seven Brides for Seven Brothers over the last 3 or 4 years. And I would kind of say, really? And after you get that many, you want to give them what they would like. So, but most people don't realize that it was not a stage production until the 1980s.
Right.
So the film was the predecessor, and so we are doing the several. It's evolved a couple of times from that 1980s stage production that starred Debbie Boone.
Oh, okay.
Was her, I think, one of her big Broadway debuts. But I think people know the show the most for its dancing, the athleticism and the choreography and the dancing. Our director choreographer Penny Ann Moss, who's done just a fabulous job. People come and they're just in awe of one of the numbers is what, about 7 minutes long?
Yeah. The main full dance is just it's a test of endurance. So yeah, I'm in envy of all those brothers.
Now, are you in the big dance production?
So I am. I do a little bit, but I'm not doing most of the dancing. It's a true golden age show in the sense that there's kind of an acting, singing, leading male, and acting, singing, leading female, and then a whole bunch of dancers. So I get to sit back and watch them, do all these incredible things. But I get to sing all these amazing songs. Most people do know it for its dancing, but there are some classic songs that people have entered into the popular consciousness. Like Bless Your Beautiful Hide. I mean, bless your beautiful hide wherever you may be.
Oh, listen to that voice.
People,
oh, my gosh.
People love that song. And, Sobbin' Women, the climactic song, kind of tells you everything you need to know about this when they mistake Plutarch's Sabine women for, oh, well, if we tie them up and they're sobbing, that means they love us. But you have, and those women were sobbing, 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 fit to be tied. People love that. So it's a fun show to do it.
Well, let's talk about the storyline itself for people who may not be familiar with Seven Brides for Seven Brothers.
So basically, it takes place in Oregon, frontier country, and this guy, Adam Ponape, that's me, walks into town and says, I'm going to get a wife today. He just goes into town, I'm going to get a plow, I'm going to get some tobacco, I'm going to get a wife.
1850.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, right. And so he walks in, goes around, searches, and then finds, spots Millie, and from that moment on, he's like, I'm going to marry you. And she's like, okay, that's nice. And he's like, no, I'm going to marry you. And what we find out is that Millie has, had some issues with her family, and so she sees this guy who comes over and says, it's heaven, it's my knight in shining armor, and comes and takes her away. They go off together, and then she finds out it's not just him. There's 6 other brothers who are kind of slobs who live up there. And then they go on and live their lives, and eventually the brothers fall in love with some of the other townsgirls, and Adam says, well, do what I did. Just go bring them back. They misinterpret it, and they go kidnap them and bring them back. And then hilarity and love ensues.
And it's all in good fun.
Yeah, correct. Well, that's the key here. The only way that you can sell this to a modern audience and make it fun and enjoyable is realizing that all of these guys who might be a little, shall we say, aggressive, are coming from a place of love. They're not coming from a place of, dominance or this. And they're men, they're masculine, but they're coming from a place of, we really love these girls and we don't know any better ideas, so we're just going to do with what we know.
And the show's been on stage now for what, about 3 weeks or so, and this was what the audience wanted. So are they loving it?
They're loving. I mean, we've been packed, and this can be a slow time for us, end of summer, and boy, we've been packing them in quite a bit.
Yeah.
And they love the show. It's not. It's light. It's fun. The songs have kind of a folky. Almost kind of a country base.
It's a very early kind of country musical,
And the orchestra, our orchestra is just fabulous. They play that score like there's no tomorrow. And it's great to see the audiences at the end of the show when the orchestra is playing the exit music. They stand there and they listen to them and they wait until they're finished. Audiences applaud the orchestra. It's great fun.
Nothing like live music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the little bit when that we heard of your voice, we know that the cast is amazing.
He and his leading lady, Teresa Dansky, wonderful performer, wonderful singer. You want to hear some great singing and see some great dancing, you come and see Seven Brides.
Well, thank you so much for coming in to see us.
Our pleasure.
All right, plan to take that short ride up to Fredericksburg. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers is on stage at Riverside Center in Fredericksburg through September 24th. We'll put a link for you to show times and ticket information on our website. Just visit WTVR.com/VTM. Sounds like a wonderful performance.
It is, Cheryl. Come
All right.
on and see it.
I will do that.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Wynn, very nice to meet you.